And it worries me because the hospitality industry is very dependent on just that, hospitality. The engagement with the diner as they walk through the door, the front of house staff are so important. The rapport, the connection, the attentiveness, the way in which really good dining staff read the needs and interests and the differences of their customers and respond to them. And I think good dining staff are a joy to behold. It is like a theatrical performance. It's something which I'm immensely pleased with and appreciative and grateful for. So what happens if somebody approaches you in a visor or with gloves? I think the full-faced visor is not so bad because if they're masked, you don't get as much facial recognition. But if you get the whole face behind a visor, I think that's going to help a lot. I think what we realize is that it will be taking away something that was becoming increasingly important to restaurants. Restaurants and chefs were beginning to notice how important it was to feel near to their customers. Restaurants that had an open kitchen where diners could see the chefs and the kitchen team, the kitchen brigade working and appreciate all the concentration and effort, and the way chefs and the kitchen team could look up occasionally and see the pleasure and the response that their diners would give. That united them. That gave them a close connection. And I think both parties felt better for it. That was an incredibly important thing.
Well, actually, I saw a bit of research from Cornell that said that chefs in open kitchens supposedly put out better food and are happier in the kitchen.
I think they are because they feel closer to the product and the consummation and response to their work and their labor. And people like to see that silent sort of no theater of the busy kitchen brigade, all sort of chopping and working in terribly tight spaces. I mean, it's beautiful to behold. So now, are we going to see that? Probably. I think we can have the barriers, we can have the glass, we can have the protection we need, but important to maintain visual contact, to feel the closeness, to feel in touch. But I think we may have to reinterpret the restaurant a little bit like space research when we look at how people in bubbles and in large gloves and masks are actually able to consume and still enjoy food. So maybe we have to look at what goes on the space station if we're going to learn any lessons.